that every time the boy lost his temper, he had to hammer a nail into the fence. On the first day, the boy hammered 37 nails into the fence. The boy gradually began to control his temper, and over the next few weeks, in the number of nails he was hammering into the fence slowly decreased. He discovered it was easier to control his temper than to hammer those nails into the fence. Finally, the day came when the boy didn't lose his temper at all. He told his father the news, and the father suggested that the boy should pull out a nail every day he keep his temper under control. The days passed, and the young boy was finally able to tell his father that all the nails were gone. The father took his son by the hand and lead him to the fence. "You have done well, my son. But look at the holes in the fence. The fence will never be the same. When you say things in anger, they have scar just like this one. You can put a knife in a man and draw it out. It won't matter how many times you say I'm sorry. The wound is still there." I would love to say I have left no damage in my wake, as I have banded nails into the fences over the years. Sadly, I can't make this claim. I am sure I have left damage that can never be repaired. Hopefully, I can keep from causing any more damage as I make my way through life. So, what is anger? Anger, a noun, a strong feeling of annoyance, displeasure, or hostility. Feel or someone with someone. Feel anger. Feel to that someone with anger, or provoke anger in. Each of us has been angry at one point or another. It is a normal human emotion, and it is typically healthy. Yes, it is. Anger can even help us sometimes. However, as I have learned the hard way, if our anger, it can be destructive and lead to issues not only personal relationships, but at work as well. For some people, it can seem to take over and even affect our overall quality of life. The intensity in which one feels anger can vary from a person to person or be situational. Some of us may experience anger as mild irritation, while others of us feel the intense fury and rage. As one with emotions, anger is accompanied by both biological and psychological changes. When we get angry, our energy hormones, adrenaline and noradrenaline levels increase. We may also experience an increased heart rate and elevated blood pressure. We can be angered by different things. It can be caused by a person or an event. Sometimes we can even cause our own anger by dwelling on our personal problems or thinking about negative past events. I have admittedly been guilty of the latter for sure. It is natural to respond to anger in an aggressive manner. When we are angry, our body sometimes perceives it is as threat and triggers our fight or flight response. This is more common for all of us who have faced trauma in the past. Yes, I experienced it. This aggression allows us to defend ourselves if we are attacked and have variety techniques to deal with our anger. Of these are conscious effort to cope, while others sometimes, or there are other times we don't even realize what we are doing. There are 3 common approaches to anger, and those approaches include expression, suppression, and calming. It is believed that expressing your anger in assertive, yes, yet respectful way is the most healthy way to deal with your emotion. Being assertive, it is not the same as being aggressive, right? It does not mean you should be demanding or pushy. When you express yourself in assertive manner, you make clear what your needs are and how these needs can be met without being hurtful to others. This is something I have personally struggled with managing. Another way some people deal with anger is calming myself. People who react in this manner have learned to not only control their outward behavior, but their internal responses as well. People who have learned to self-calm can lower their heart rate and allow their angry feelings to subside. I would personally like to work on myself calming techniques, as this seems like a good way to deal with anger at times when being assertive may not work. The third way to deal with anger by suppressing it. When suppressing anger, our feelings are converted or redirected. Some people stop thinking about what has made them angry, and instead they choose to focus on something positive. The goal is to hinder or prevent our angry feelings and convert it into something more constructive. The downside of our suppressing our anger is that when not expressed, it can be turned inward. Suppressed anger can result into hypertension, high blood pressure, or depression, as well as pathological issues. Some people express within passive-aggressive behaviors, and those of us know this method have not learned how to express our feelings of anger in a constructive manner, and we are unlikely to have successful relationships, as it should be noted that some of us may suppress our anger for a while and let it all go in explosive range. This is not just my opinion and not the best way to deal with anger, but it is aforementioned techniques that work out possible things and get out of control, and some can get hurt. So, however, we can learn to control on how we react to them. So, how should we deal with our anger? So let's discuss some helpful ways to get some moment. Think before you speak. Once you're calm, express your anger. Get some exercise. Take time out. Practice relaxation skills and know when to seek help. So, I hope it helps for us.